Hello everyone, this is Kyle Galaz with Poor2Pro Car Sales Training Podcast. Become a sales titan. I absolutely 100% love my fans, my listeners, my supporters. I just want you guys and girls to all know I completely am humbled by the kind words I get over social media, the thank yous and the stuff that you guys let me know that the podcast has been helping you guys. We're coming up on this would be at the end of this year, will be 6 years doing the podcast, and the amount of people I've been able to help, it warms my heart. And I just want to say thank you to all my listeners, fans, supporters, just everyone, all the people that have signed up for one-on-ones. What a pleasure it is to meet you guys and girls face to face over Zoom, and then be able to post those one-on-one training sessions. I hope you guys have enjoyed the training sessions this season and some of the episodes, and just keep up the good work out there. I know the car business is tough. I know you guys and girls are struggling every day, and you guys are fighting every day. Just keep your head in the game, keep going, keep pushing forward, because it always gets better. Keep fighting, and don't think that Kyle behind the microphone in the podcast doesn't realize how tough it is out there to squeak out a living and make ends meet in today's economy, and with today's type of customer that comes in educated off AI and chat and all that stuff, and they're saying, well, AI told me this and YouTube videos told me that. I get it. Keep fighting. The only thing you can do is hone in your skills and keep getting better, and I just want to say thank you. So from the bottom of my heart. All right. We are in season 9. This is episode 9. This one is called Checks in the Mail. Check is in the mail. Season 10, just as a heads up, is going to be sales manager training. But I'm just giving you a heads up for that, because a lot of salespeople want to be sales managers, want to go to finance, want to become a GM or a GSM. So I hope you guys enjoy season 10. That season will be rapid fire. I'm just going to do 10 episodes of sales manager training. And then I might do season 11 as finance training. I'm not sure what season 11 is going to look like, but I hope you guys have enjoyed the podcast up until this point. So season 9, episode 9, checks in the mail. I want to start off with this little saying, and then at the end of this episode, there's a call to action. So things that you need to do and things that you need to commit to better your sales, better your income. The whole point of listening to the episodes and podcasts is to make more money, sell more cars, and have more fun in the car business. Nothing else. We're here to make money, have fun, and sell a bunch of cars. And so there's a call to action at the end of this episode and some things to do. All right. So your future self is either going to love you or hate you. Your future self is either going to thank you or hate you. Okay? So when we're talking about the checks in the mail or checks in the mail, what is tomorrow version of yourself going to think of today? Is tomorrow's version going to say, dude, get off your butt and get some stuff going, because when your paycheck hits, or in the next couple months, your future self is going to say, what did I do a month ago? What did I do a week ago? So your future self is either going to love you or hate you, thank you or hate you. And this is a quote from the movie The Gladiator. I don't know if I'm going to get it exactly right, because I haven't watched that movie in a while, but I remember him saying, the things we do echo in eternity. The stuff we do now echoes in eternity. So what are we doing now that sets up the future? And I'm not talking about future as like in 10 years from now. I'm not talking future as in 5 years from now. I'm talking your immediate future to start making more sales and start making bigger paychecks, because that's what we're here for, to make a ridiculous amount of money, hit 6 digits every single year, 10,000 a month. No matter what, you're always making the big money, and that's what we're talking about today. All right. So the things we do echo in eternity is from The Gladiator. It's the same for the car business. Everything we do has an effect down the road. Whether it's good or bad, it has an effect. If I do a lot today, I will reap a lot tomorrow. If I do nothing today, I will reap nothing tomorrow. If I do a lot of good today, a lot of good things will happen tomorrow. If I do a lot of bad things today, bad things will happen down the road. It's just the way the universe works. The way everything has been set up is there's a equal and opposite reaction. So what are we doing? And in 30 or 60 or 90 days, what kind of checks do we have coming in? Because remember, this episode is called Checks in the Mail. We have to value tomorrow's pipeline. We can't ignore that tomorrow is coming, that next week is coming, that next month is coming. We have to put a value on tomorrow, the next day, next week, 30, 60, 90 days from now, and stop focusing just on right now. And trust me, I got into this same thing when I was a salesman. I needed instant gratification. It's a dopamine hit when you sell a car. It's a dopamine hit when you take it up and sell a car. And it's very easy to sell a car that day and kind of coast the rest of the day and not set anything up for the next day. The people that are slaughtering car sales, 15, 20, 25, 30 cars a month, are the people that make their sales during, on a Monday. But in between those sales, they're setting up Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and they're setting up their next, their next paycheck. So we have to value, if you're going to write or take notes, we need to value tomorrow's pipeline. Okay? Your huge future paychecks rely on today's boring repetitions. So if you want big paychecks tomorrow, guess what? You got to do some boring stuff today, like make phone calls, send emails, post videos, do social media. You got to do stuff today that might be boring, might be more task oriented. We all know we got tasks we have to do every day from our CRM systems. Oh, you need to send out this many emails, send out this many, text messages, make this many phone calls, and it can get really boring because we want action now. Car salesmen want action now. We want that dopamine hit. So we have to think about, okay, I need to do more than just sell a car today. I need to set up tomorrow. So here's some little things to take away, and then we're going to start talking about action plans, and we're going to start talking about what can a car salesman do to set up tomorrow, because it's not just about motivation. Motivation is a temporary emotion. Someone can talk to you on a podcast or a one-on-one training session, or you go to these super seminars and you get so pumped up and so jacked up. But that motivation, that feeling is temporary. A few days go by, it kind of dwindles. Things like that are exciting, but they don't last forever. What lasts forever is good habits, good traits, good actions, good habits every day that will make you successful. And that's what we're going to talk about. So if you got a pen, again, write this down. Follow-up is where money hides. Think about if you're digging for treasure. Think about that. Digging for treasure. The treasure's hiding. You have to dig it. You have to dig for that treasure. So when you're thinking of follow-up, remember, follow-up is where these sales are hiding. And you got to dig them up. You got to get out there and mix it up and start making these calls and following up with customers that have sold, not sold, internet leads, not internet leads, fresh ups, service customers. Whoever you can talk with, you need to be following up with them. Appointments, think about this too. Appointments are tomorrow's traffic. We've got to set appointments. The most successful salespeople have a lot of appointments. I want you to open up your phone right now, or wherever you keep your calendar, if you keep a calendar, and look at, is it empty? Is your calendar empty? Your schedule empty, or is it full? Is it full of appointments? If it's empty, that's basically a future view of your paycheck. If you have an empty calendar, you're probably going to have an empty paycheck or a smaller paycheck that you might regret. If your calendar is stuffed with appointments and things to do, and oh my gosh, I got to do this. So this customer's coming in at 3. I need to get the car prepped. I have another guy coming in tomorrow at 8 a.m. Thursday, I got this guy coming in. He's doing a follow-up. He might want to trade in his Jeep that I sold him 3 months ago. If you have a calendar that's packed, then you probably have a paycheck that's packed. So open up your calendar in your phone or at your CRM system and look, is it completely empty? If it's completely empty, don't feel too bad. You can change that right now. But your average and below average salespeople have empty calendars. Your salespeople that are blowing it up, which I'm looking at you right now through this microphone, through your screen on your phone, be the person that has a full calendar. Take this personally. Listen to Kyle and say, I need to take this personally. I need to have a full calendar. I need appointments set. I need to have stuff going on. I got to do this. I need to get a haircut over here. I need to do that. I need to meet this person. Like, have a calendar, have stuff set up, and be busy. And the busier that you are, the more appointments you have with customers, the more cars you're going to sell. It's inevitable. Also, a couple things that you want to remember when you're dealing with setting up tomorrow, setting up the future, the checks in the mail. You got to collect information. Some of the best salespeople are good about getting a phone number, getting an address, getting an email, getting their full name, not just their first name when you take ups, and maybe they're not buying today. But collect as much information as you possibly can, because guess what? Sometimes people write down their cell number and put a bad digit. They don't call themselves all the time. Maybe they forgot their phone number, and they have you trying to call this number to follow up, and you don't have their right number. Well, if you had their email or a backup phone number, maybe the wife's number or whatever it is, two people there, collect as much information as you can. So when you're trying to get a hold of these people to get them back to sell more cars, you actually have their contact info. So be a collector of information. Get as much information as you can. Another thing too is, do your customers trust you? Trust is a multiplier. The more trust a customer has, the more people they send to you. The more times you're going to see that customer, the more times that customer is going to bring you donuts and gifts. That's a great way to know if your customer likes you is, are they seeing you again? Are they coming back? Are they bringing you donuts? Are they bringing you sandwiches? Things like that. So trust is a multiplier. It multiplies into things like referrals and repeat. Stack skills. We got to stack our skills. Are we doing walkarounds? Are we practicing? Remember, these things don't give you the immediate paycheck. If I learn how to do an amazing walkaround, I might get a customer that day and be able to do that perfect walkaround for that customer and sell a car. Okay, well, Kyle, I learned a good walkaround. It's immediate gratification, but what happens when you get good at walkarounds on all your cars? You get good product knowledge at all your cars. Now you're building a future based on a strong foundation of product knowledge, knowing how to represent that information to your customer. And tomorrow, when you get the up down the road, when you take those ups, you have a strong foundation. Remember, we all get the same leads. Everyone gets the same amount of leads for the most part. And they're the same type of leads. You get a tough one, you get an easy one, you get a medium one, you get a hard one. We all get it, but it's what we do with those leads, our skill level, that determine the outcome of that lead. If I get 10 leads and a new guy gets 10 leads, as a seasoned professional, I'll probably be able to sell more cars out of those 10 leads than the new guy. So imagine if you keep practicing, keep getting yourself to that next level of skill, product information, walkarounds, good habits, good traits, like we're going to talk about our call to action at the end of the episode. We're going to talk about things to do every single day that's going to get those checks in the mail. We're going to have a great career. Okay? And a couple of things, and I've talked about this before, is you want to become the face of your dealership. Your dealership is starving. Your dealership is starving for a star. They're starving for that famous car salesman that people know around town. Your dealership doesn't have one. Be that person. Be that person that everyone comes in and asks for. Be that person that's known around town as the car guy. No, you need to go see this guy or this girl at the dealership. Be that person. Be the famous person at your dealership. Always post stuff. Post a video a day. Build skills. Build a personal brand. Here's another one. If you're going to write something down, write this one down too. Customers will never forget you if you never forget them. Customers will not forget you if you refuse to forget them. What does that mean? Think about it. Think about it. If I don't forget my customers, if I'm staying in touch with them, if I'm thanking them down the road, if I'm checking on how their car's doing, they will never forget you. Because guess what? You care about them enough to remember them. They love that feeling. Someone cares about them. They're going to never forget you. So customers will never forget you if you don't forget them. So keep your sold customers in your pipeline. Make them a part of your daily habit to get a hold of them and say, thank you, checking on you. Did you see that news article? Hey, what's going on over there? I heard in your city a small earthquake happened. Are you okay? Those little phone calls and those little text messages, they add up. You don't forget them, your customer will never forget you. What does that mean in the future? Checks in the mail, they're going to come back and see you. They're going to send you referrals. Remember, trust is a multiplier. If they like you and trust you, they're going to send people to you. If they like you and trust you, they're going to come back to you. Right? Here's something else. I heard, I can't take credit for this, but I heard someone on YouTube say this, that salesmen are hunters. We like to hunt. Right? We're not farmers. We don't like sitting in an office, making phone calls all day, doing tasks. Salesmen are hunters. We like to go out, look for clients, find ups, and sell them. It's a great analogy. Salesmen are hunters, not farmers. But I thought about it. We, in a way, need to be a little bit of a farmer. Yeah, we love the hunt. We're like lions, and we're chasing like wolves. We're chasing the elk. We're chasing the animals. We're looking for our next prey, quote unquote, right? We don't actually eat customers. But just hear me out. So you have that mindset of hunting. But what happens in the slower times, right? When winter hits, these animals out there in the forest, they're on working off their preserves, working off the body fat they made throughout, like a bear. I'm getting off subject, but I need to at least get this across. Okay, so you can hunt while the seasons are easy. You got summer months, spring nights, customers are everywhere, right? So we're hunters then. But what happens when it gets colder? Wintertime, rainier season, those tougher months like a January or November, and these weird months that are just randomly tough. Well, that's when all the stuff we did prior to those months make those months fruitful, because we planted seeds like a farmer in the busy months. It's very easy in the busy months to stop all our good habits of follow-up, sending letters, sending texts, all those things, because we're getting instant gratification. Man, I sold 25 cars this month. How awesome. But I sold 25 cars in a busy month, knowing, if you've been in the business, there's certain months that are just slower. Well, if you did those 25 cars plus you trickled in your normal daily habits, that next tougher month, you're going to have those seeds start growing into fruit, and then you have those big months. The salesmen that are the most dangerous are the ones that can do both every single month. They're hunters and they're farmers. They plant seeds while they're hunting. And those are the salespeople that you see longevity with. They're not always moving dealerships. They're posting on social media, sale after sale after sale. And I think, oh man, they get lucky a lot. No, luck has nothing to do with it. They're hunters and they're farmers. They're not just looking for today's business. They're looking for tomorrow's relationships, tomorrow's business with these customers. And those are the type of salespeople that end up becoming the sales titans, the ones that are selling a ton of cars every single month without fail. No matter what the economy's like, they're always selling cars. Everyone is looking for ups, and you got this one guy that's always has a customer in front of him. How in the heck does this guy always have a customer in front of him when you got 9 salespeople out there trying to find an up? It's because he's planting seeds and he's a hunter. All right. So let's talk about some non-negotiables. Please get a pen out or put notes on your phone. And I want you to try these non-negotiables every single day until they become a habit where you don't even have to look at a sheet of paper for your non-negotiables. These are non-negotiable things that you do before you start taking ups. Maybe get to work 20 minutes early, or maybe just hammer this out. Now, you don't want to do it as just a task. Oh my gosh, I got to get through my non-negotiables to get on the floor. No, think of these non-negotiables as tomorrow's paycheck. Okay? Remember, the check is in the mail, but we got to do the work to get that fat check. So that way tomorrow's version of you is not mad at you. Tomorrow's version of you when you get that paycheck is happy. All right, these are pretty simple. Okay, before you get your day going, 10 follow-ups before you do anything else. 10 follow-up calls before you do anything else. Please write this down. 10 follow-up calls before you do anything else. You clocked in, you said hi to everybody. Tell your manager, hey, I'm going to do some follow-up in my office. I'll be out on the floor in just a little bit. All right, no problem, Kyle. Right? You're in control of your own destiny. You can tell your boss what you're doing, especially if you have a game plan and you're a pro. 10 follow-ups before you do anything else. Set 2 appointments before you go to lunch. Set 2 appointments before you decide, hey, I think I'm getting hungry. Nail down 2 appointments. Man, think about this. If you did that every single day, you would have 2 appointments every single day. You know, some days you might have 3, some days you might have 1, but on average, you're going to have 2 appointments every day. If we understand something about appointments, they have about a 50 to 75% closing ratio. And if you have 2 appointments every single day, guess what? You're selling a car every day without even taking the up. So set 2 appointments before you go to lunch. Not last one. It's the middle of it. 1 referral. Try to ask for 1 referral every day. Make a call to a sold customer. You know, the sold customer that we haven't talked to in a few months. Let's build a relationship with those people and get to the point where we can ask them for a referral. Hey, I was going through my system. Your name popped up and I thought, oh my gosh, I haven't talked to this sold customer in 3 months. Shame on me. So I wanted to call you, John. This is Kyle over at the dealership. How are you? Oh man, I'm doing good, Kyle. You still liking your car? Oh yeah, I like it. I had a couple little issues. Did you get them handled? Yep, we got them handled. Okay, John. Well, I saw your name pop up. I was like, dude, I got to give this guy a call. I have not talked to him. Shame on me. I should have called you. Anybody in the family needing cars right now? No? Any friends? Oh, you do have a friend. Well, shoot. Do you mind if I get his name or number and give him a call, or would you mind texting him my number? Right? This is just an example on the fly call I'm doing for the podcast, but let's get a hold of these customers and ask for that 1 referral. So a non-negotiable is, before I start my day, before I get on the floor, let's ask for 1 referral. Right? Another one, let's make sure we are staying sharp with our tools as opposed to sitting around and wasting time. Let's work on a skill. Let's work on a product knowledge. Let's work on a walk around. Let's get with another salesperson and role play, or go out to a vehicle that you love, pick one thing on it and try to expand your knowledge on that one particular thing. Does this vehicle have, navigation, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto? How does it work? How do I pair it up? How do I get to my maps? What's the difference between my Android Auto map and the factory navigation map? Things that you can expand on in that feature. Adaptive cruise control, lane assist, the parallel park where it parks itself, all these new technologies. Let's take one thing a day and expand on it. Make it a non-negotiable. I need to learn something new today on a product that I sell. Some of the best salespeople have some of the greatest product knowledge. Okay, another non-negotiable. Non-negotiable, make 1 piece of content, whether it's video or a picture, or you make something with AI and you make it funny, or, something for social media, obviously, because you want to get a piece of content out there. Make it a non-negotiable to put something in your social media that has to do with where you work, what you do, and the car business in general. It could be something as, what do you prefer, Ford or Chevy? Get a conversation going. Post a vehicle, a vehicle that was from the past and say, would you like to, if this car came back on the market, maybe redesign? Get people talking on your social media, and that content that you make will turn into leads because you get people that message you or people that say, man, I need a new car. Post something like lease payments as low as $199 a month. Figure out what kind of leases you have. Make it a point to post 1 piece of content a day. And then another one is a community touch. Now, you don't have to go to a business and say, hey, I work over at the dealership, because that can be daunting for some people. But maybe go visit, let's say a donut shop's. I love donuts, so I always talk about donuts. But visit a donut shop's Facebook page and say something like, man, we love your donuts over at this dealership. I'm one of the car salesmen over here, and I've had a customer bring me some donuts from your place of business. Appreciate it. Love those donuts. What you've done is you've complimented that business in your community, your local community. But in that exact comment, you're talking about what you do. I sell cars over here. It's my favorite donut. It's what energizes me during the day. Or, whatever business. It could be a bike store. It could be a clothing store in your town. Something maybe, more locally owned, because that's the people that buy from you is more local. You don't want to put a comment on Walmart's Facebook page because they don't care. And they're never going to come to you and buy a car. But, a local bike shop, a local donut shop, a local real estate, try to make it a point to do a community, post on their stuff. Talk about how their products help you at your dealership. You never know who's going to see it. It's better than not doing it. It's better to get your name out there than not. The more exposure you have, the more chances you have to get found. Remember, we're setting up tomorrow's payday. We're setting up, the check is in the mail. We have to set up tomorrow, so that way when those days come, we're still getting paid. It's like a residual income based on work you've done today. All right, we're at 25 minutes already. Now let's talk about the call to action. So we talked about the simple daily non-negotiables. I'll recap them. 10 follow-ups before you do anything else. Set 2 appointments before lunch. 1 referral before you get your day going. Just call and get a referral. Learn a new skill every day, whether it's a walk around or you role play, or expand on a piece of information on a vehicle. Post that 1 piece of content every day, and then do that 1 community touch through social media. Now, here's your call to action. Here's your challenge. For the next 30 days, do 1 quote unquote checks in the mail action every single day. Okay? I still say you do all the non-negotiables, but make sure you're doing at least 1, whether it's 10 follow-ups, set 2 appointments every day, ask for those referrals, okay? Pick something and just start doing it for the next 30 days. For the next 30 days, do one of these call to action items. 10 follow-ups, set 2 appointments, ask for the referrals. Where was I at? 1 skill, add a new skill to your brain. 1 piece of content, 1 community touch, or do them all every day. Make them the non-negotiable that you're going to do for the next 30 days. No excuses. And I want you to screenshot this episode, post it, and then tag me in it. And put in your comment or in your tag what you're going to do, what your call to action is that you're going to commit to for the next 30 days. 10 follow-ups before you start. Do something. Because if we just could do the same thing every day and we expect a different outcome, we're crazy. We got to do something different if we want different outcomes. And the more good that you do today, the more good you're going to get out of it. So if you want a big check and you want that fat check coming to you, then we have to put in the legwork today. And remember, if you sell a car today, great job. You did what you're supposed to do. Excellent. I'm proud of you. But don't let that victory stop you from doing your non-negotiables. Don't say, hey, I sold a car. I'm good. I'm going to go eat lunch and kind of relax. No. Do those non-negotiables. Set those appointments. Do the follow-up. Ask for the referral. Do the community posts. Post your content. Learn something new every day on the vehicles, because now not only are you creating good habits that you're going to keep doing, but now tomorrow, the next day, you're going to have even more appointments, even more referrals, even more people asking for you. And that is how we become the sales titan. Because think about this. Take the number you're at right now for the month. Are you happy with that, or would you rather double it? Are you happy with that, or would you like to triple it? I say triple it. I'm going to raise my hand and say, I want to triple where I'm at right now. Income-wise, units-wise, just everything. I want to triple it. But I can't triple it unless I do triple the output. If I want triple the input, I need to do triple the output. And we got to do good things today to set up good things tomorrow. So I'm going to leave with that last quote. Your future self is either going to hate you, your future self is either going to love you or hate you. Right? They're going to either thank you or be upset about it. So tomorrow's self, what are they going to think of today? We got to set a good example for tomorrow and start kicking some butt today. And remember, motivation, this pep talk we're doing right now is going to get you pumped up for the day. But unless you do the call to actions and tag me in it and say, this is what I'm going to do, and then commit to it for 30 days, then it won't become a habit and become part of your daily routine. So we have to make it part of our daily routine. And if you can start doing that on top of hunting and planting those seeds, you will become a sales titan and you will become the best at your store and you'll become legendary. And no one in that store will ever beat your store records because you got plaques on the wall and they're like, who in the heck was that? Who sold that many cars? You're like, oh my gosh, you should have worked with him or her. They were amazing. And little did they know that you were listening to the podcast, building those skills and becoming that sales titan. And you don't have to give the Poor2Pro podcast the credit, right? Just you listening to this is enough for me. Take the credit. Say, no, man, I've been really learning. I've been really trying and I've been really, honing my skills and I want to be the best at the store. Now, if you want to give me the credit, great. You can always mention Poor2Pro. Share the podcast. I love you guys. You guys are always so good to me. I appreciate the kind words. I hope I can get some one-on-ones booked. Make sure you guys message me anytime. Kyle Galaz signing out.